week 4 of the fantasy football season. And here's a few kickers I have as sleeper options this week. The first guy, Greg the Leg Zuerlein of the New York Jets. So it's been a bounce-back season so far for Greg the Leg. After last year with the Dallas Cowboys, he just couldn't do much, and he missed a lot of field goals last year. But so far this season, he's had some good ball games. Week 2 at Cleveland, a 50-plus yarder, 4 extra points. And then week 3 versus Cincinnati, 2 50-plus yarders and 2 40 to 49 yarders for 18 fantasy points. So this week here at the Pittsburgh Steelers, both offenses just don't generate a lot of points. And I think we could see Greg Zuerlein get 2 or 3 opportunities for field goals here in Pittsburgh. So right now, this ball game could be low scoring, I believe, between these two teams. Zuerlein available in 97% of fantasy leagues. And we see how this Jet offense is going to operate with Zach Wilson back under center this week. But right here, I think Zuerlein's going to get a few opportunities. The Steelers defense, they do give up points, but not a lot of touchdowns. And the Jets don't score a lot of touchdowns either. So this matchup lines up pretty well for Zuerlein, and I have him as a sleeper option this week. The next guy, Marr of the Dallas Cowboys. So the Cowboys brought him in this offseason for the 3rd time around. And so far, so good here for Marr, who's got the obviously long boot and can kick 50-plus yarders anytime. So week 1 versus Tampa, hit a 50-yarder for 5 fantasy points. Week 2 versus Cincinnati, 2 50-plus yarders and 2 extra points. And then last week at the New York Giants, 2 29-yarders, a 49-yarder, and 2 extra points. So right here, Cowboys back at home, week 4 versus the Washington Commanders. And this Commander team, teams have gone up and down the field versus them in the first 3 weeks of the season. And I think the Cowboys, they could get in the red zone a decent amount. Marr, as long as he could stay accurate, it's not been that he can't hit the distance. It's the accuracy that's been a problem for him throughout his career. But a lot of people actually went to the wire this week and picked him up in 8% of fantasy leagues. But he's still out there in 90% of leagues. So if you need a kicker in a pinch this week, I think Marr is a decent option and a guy that I have ranked just outside the top 12 this week. So if you haven't seen the kicker options, go check that video out for the rankings this week. But anyway, I got Marr as a sleeper, and the third and final kicker I have as a sleeper this week's Riley Patterson, Jacksonville Jaguars. So Riley Patterson, so far, he's been playing good football for this Jag team with some good fantasy days. Week 1 at the Washington Commanders, 12 fantasy points with a 30 to a 39-yarder and 2 40 to 49-yarders with an extra point. Week 2 versus the Colts, 50-plus yarder and 3 extra points. And week 3 at the Chargers, 320 to 29-yarders and 3 extra points. So right now, week 4 at Philly, they're a bend but don't break type of defense. But like I said, this Jaguar offense is moving the football well. I know Zay Jones is questionable in this game, and that'd be a big piece missing in this one. But you still got Marvin Jones. You obviously still got Christian Kirk, who's having a great season. Evan Ingram, Travis Etienne, and Robinson. So he still has a lot of weapons to move the football down the field. Even though, like I said, I know this Eagle defense is good, but Patterson, he's been in position a lot this season to get opportunities and field goals. And right here, available 95% of fantasy leagues. If you need a kicker in deeper leagues, he's a decent option. So that's a few kickers I have as sleepers here for week 4 of the fantasy football season.